From Tipton County, right? You live in Tipton?
I live in Tipton.
You live in Tipton County. How long have you been a part of this B&I thing? Tell me about it.
Probably a year and a half
Okay.
total.
What's the impact been? I mean, why should somebody think about B&I for their business or service?
Yeah, for me, it's and I say this every single time that I'm asked about B&I. It's about trust, and so what I do is the most largest purchase that you're going to make in your whole life, buying a home, and so it's important for me that I am able to refer my clients to people that I trust, that's been vetted, that's licensed, bonded if they're in the trade industry, and it's been wonderful. It's been really, really good. Relationships across the board, and the referrals keep coming.
Awesome. And so what that means to me is whenever I'm going, I meet with a customer and they're talking about, hey, I'm buying a house. Obviously, there's other things that need to happen.
There's a ton of
other solutions that need to be solved, and you're the guy that says, hey, I've got a person for that not only are they great, but here's why they're great.
Yeah.
And here's their reputation, and I've trusted them for, and these are the reasons I trust them.
Yeah.
So awesome. Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I'm in it to make money, and so I've made a lot of money. Just to be real honest, that's the reason why we're here. And so,
You want to make money?
I want to make money.
Okay, all right.
Lots of money, and so hopefully you do too. And so this is great. I mean, I've got 30 plus people, and hopefully you guys will join as well, even more to be able to refer me business and likewise.
All right, thank you. Give a round of applause. This is, we call this guy, what do we call this guy? So Bruce, how long you been with B&I?
About 9 years.
All right, so you've been like, why the longevity? Why did you take the long game approach with B&I? What did that look like?
Well, when I was first introduced to the concept, I was like, you guys, never heard of B&I. And they're like, hey, we're going to pass you referrals. I mean, I pass referrals to people all the time, but I don't get a lot of referrals back before I joined B&I. And so, I mean, the first meeting I went to, I signed the application and wrote a check. I was excited, said, I want in on this. Because just the idea that people are going to be out there looking for referrals for me, I was sold.
All right, and bottom line, last year, kind of tell me what the numbers look like for you.
Well, last year doesn't look as good as this year. Last year we did about 2 houses, about $550,000 worth of income for me. And this year, we did a lot of it's from last year's work for this year. We have $1.6 million, that's 4 houses sold, signed a contract for this year, and then I have 2 more that I believe that we will sign a contract within 30 days on both of those. So it'll be over $2 million of income from B&I.
Awesome. That's great.
And let me say this, that sounds good because I'm a home builder, right? I mean, and the way we keep track is, if I sell a house for $300,000, I'm supposed to report the whole $300,000, whatever income I receive.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, for almost every dollar I receive, I give back to B&I. It's almost a dollar for dollar. If you look at my lifetime, I'm like 2.8 million I've received. I've given back 2.7 million. So that's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. So again, givers gain. So tell me another story about B&I, kind of something that not necessarily do with income, but what else has B&I done for you as a business person, or maybe personally? What does that look like for you?
Well, here's the fact of the matter is, a lot of us are professionals on whatever we do. We're good at what we do, right? But nobody ever really taught us how to network. I mean, how do you properly network? I mean, even from like wearing name tags to, exchanging business cards, B&I teaches you so much that you can take what you learn here in B&I, use it in the chamber. You can use it in, like for me, the Home Builders Association. It's like they're just teaching you how to make money. That's the bottom line. They teach you how to make money.
Yeah, awesome. We'll give Bruce a round of applause. Missy Store. Missy is our property manager / HOA expert. Tell me about B&I. How long you've been with B&I, and what's the impact been to your business?
I think it's been 3 years. I haven't looked, but it's majorly impacted my business because for me, the extra layer of ethics that comes along with being part of this group just makes me shine even more with my clients. That's truly more important to me than the income, but that's how I work. But every single person that's in this group, I have absolutely no issue in referring, because I've got 3 years into this and I have built long-term relationships, so it's helped my sphere of influence
Okay, and then, so you're in the property management business, and you're also, and your husband is Harry Spore. Harry, you can give Harry a round of applause. So, tell me about a situation where you've referred somebody, and and somebody in this group, and how did that, how did that situation, what does that look like on an everyday basis? Like, who do you refer to, who do you refer a lot in your business?
I refer a lot, a lot of people, but right off the bat, I think of Max Pitts.
Okay.
I send all of my electrical work orders to Max, and I never hear anything from Max. I never hear from the tenant, I never hear from the client. It's because he does an amazing job. So it's just a simple pass, and we do it.
Yeah, isn't that cool? You send a referral, and sometimes you want to hear back, right? But if you don't hear back, that's a good thing, because it's taken care of and the issue is resolved. So that's the power of this group, and that's the power of the trust of each that we have with each other. So thank you, Missy, for that. All right, give her a round of applause. I don't like to save the applause for last. I like people to, when you're a kid and you're going up there, and you want to applaud for your kid, right? Even though there's 1,000 kids. All right, anyway, I'll go back to Jimmy Barton. Jimmy with Raleigh Glass. Jimmy, you're one of the founding fathers. You're like the, Thomas Jefferson, right? Which founding father would you be? Which, is there a silent but deadly one? All right, I'll get back on point. All right, so Jimmy, you're part of BNI. Raleigh Glass has been part of BNI. What's the impact then for the business, and what do you like most about being here at the BNI business tech?
We got in BNI when the economy fell in 2008. So about when we started, we got in. A lot of our contractors closed shop. Home builders are our biggest clients. A lot of them closed up, and I really believe without BNI that, we may have made it, but BNI really, really helped. And I look back in the last 6 months, now our jobs are small, maybe a shower door here, window pane here, but since September, $26,000 in closed business.
Oh, that's great. Give a round of applause.
The thing I like about it most is I've got all these people that I can give my clients when they need help. I like to help people, and they got a problem, I've got somebody to solve it that I trust. Because anytime I give a referral, I tell them if there's a problem, call me. Don't call them, call me, and I'll take care of it.
One of the things Jimmy is really great about is when he goes on an appointment with people and he sees, because he's going there to solve a problem with their shower or maybe their windows, but he sees other things, and he asks great questions to his clients. And the reason why he asks that, because he knows if they're really bothered by something, if they need if they have an irritation, he's got solutions for them. So give Jimmy a round of applause.